EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Miami Dolphins and the New Orleans Saints. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from the Superdome. Takes it at the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. They run it again with Kamara. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
On 2nd down, Kamara. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Winston. And he'll be tackled after a gain of 4. Still 3 yards short. 4th down. Now Winston on 4th down. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And he is going to have the Saints 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. So this offense able to convert on 4th. And now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 44, Winston. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. So now after the sack, Winston and the Saints needing to figure out what to do. Tough play, 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. Fourth down, Winston. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to get it back here just past the 35. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Come on, set. 43 rail.
On first down, they go with Mostert again. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
Following the delay, here's 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That's swung out to Mostert. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Tua. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Yeah, those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands, and of course, the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house.
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yo, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
97. 10 cycles. Ready?
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. In search of 40 yards here to pick up the first down.
Cycle. Right.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Got it.
And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field.
Six. Level. Ball red.
Tua sets up to pass it. And that will be incomplete.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first two drives, but this one's going to get them out to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
Tua on fourth down. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right, the social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe some explanations.
Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. A 10th carry for Kamara. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, here's Winston. That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Saints will extend their lead here just before halftime. Once with the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. And going deep for Hill. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to have it here at their own 15. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. Final play of the half here, Winston. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Tua now on first down. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Here we go, set. Yellow. Black open. Red.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 34-yard line. From the gun, it's Tua. Throw left side complete. That's Hill. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Looking to pass. Tua. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. A really nice gain on the completion. However, still third and goal that they face now.
That's a good bounce back right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a third and short yardage call. Through the offensive
touchdown, Dolphins. Mike Gesicki on the pass from Tua Tagovailoa. And the Dolphins have got it back to within a score. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Well, this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your arms right and try to make sure that momentum stays in your camp.
Down the right sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's first and 10 just outside the red zone. Winston. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. Throwing again on second down. Winston will get this out to Kamara. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the fourth. This offense on third down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Skirts by at the 15. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 54 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. His longest run of the game right there, and a pretty good time for it. A huge third down conversion late.
Love the mindset. Love the way he flipped the switch late in the game, needed a big run, and helped produce it with great leverage from the offensive line. But you also know what happens, too. The defense stacks the line. So if you
got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Saints have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter. Let's go on the extra point. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a short kick taken. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
He's got it. Touchdown, Saints. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston. And the Saints have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On play action, here's Tua. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You called that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Green Bay Packers and the New Orleans Saints. The kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. And a short kick taken at about the 16. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Rodgers. And able to find Allen Lazard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Well, Jones with a nice burst there on first down as he'll be taken down, but not before a gain of 7 yards.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber that runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
2nd down and 3. Again, it's Jones. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tackles, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, I want the free safety coming up and making the big-time play.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. From midfield, here's Rodgers. They find Randall Cobb with a completion. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Got a man, that's Lazard. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally. They go back to the ground with Jones. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers. Robert Tonyan from 13 yards out. And the Packers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Crosby with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fields this way up at the 17 and able to get this out to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is caught downfield by Thomas. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 37.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. To throw is Winston. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And some room to run now. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
That's good for a Saints. First and 10.
From the red zone now, Winston. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Winston. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Saints nothing.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Throwing, Winston. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Now Winston on 4th down. And this is caught. He hits Landry. Touchdown. Jarvis Landry. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Saints' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Lutz good on the extra point. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a short kick taken at about the 16.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can...
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short. To throw, Winston. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Saints. Michael Thomas, 29 yards. And the Saints have taken the lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a short kick taken at about the 16. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. The lineman losing 10 on the sack.
Now that was a bouncer's nightmare. Front door, total shutdown by the defense. They kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Throwing is Rodgers. Open man, here is Cobb. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Taken down by Pete Werner. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Eight yards to go on 2nd down. Here's Rodgers to throw. He'll find Lazard here over the middle. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. To throw, it's Rodgers. Able to find Lazard. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 14. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Rodgers again now. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting. Guarantee he was told that you can't stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass. you were trying to succeed with.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
On second and a yard, Winston. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he's got it. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Lutz will look to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. To kick it off. And a short kick taken at about the 6. And a mistake on the lateral. It's a loose ball. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line.
Oftentimes when we talk about piling on in any subject, it's a negative. In this case, for this team, it's a real positive. Just scored. Now they go down, knock the ball free, get it back. They got a chance to really increase their lead and put themselves in the driver's seat.
On the other side, a little insult added to the injury. They're in a bad spot. To throw again on second down. Winston looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jameis Winston with his 4th touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Let's go on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a short kick taken at about the 16. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. 4 yards the gain, and they'll bring up a 3rd down. And they are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
50, hey, you block over here. 30.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Los Angeles Chargers and the New Orleans Saints. The kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position.
At their own 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Herbert. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and have to lean on their running game. This crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And a good stiff arm and some space to run. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Chargers 7, Saints nothing.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That one complete downfield to Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's Winston. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know, like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a short kick taken at about the 16.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
Yeah, we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. On first down. Justin Herbert. And he wisely will throw that one away.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play, because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
To throw again on second down. Herbert. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Winston. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And oh, it'll be intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Herbert. He's got a man complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. It's a gain of 35. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Charger football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer. On 1st and 10, Herbert.
And this one is incomplete.
We don't see him miss too often. The ball could have slipped a little bit coming off his hand, and that's all it would take to send it high and out of bounds without a play.
On 2nd and 10, Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, any point certainly counts at this stage of the game. After driving so far, he absolutely knew they wanted to finish with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are going to have it here just past the 25. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Jameis to throw it. Buying time to his left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
I could spin this negatively as he just got back to the line of scrimmage, but when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
On 3rd down, Winston. And this is going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get on the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Now Winston on 4th down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. From the 24, Herbert. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Definitely worked to the deep shot. He was only from the end zone twice here in the 1st half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Hopkins' kick is good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Saints take over 1st and 10. Their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they wanted to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And some space here. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 38 yards. And the Saints are back within a score. Lutz with the extra point. And runs down to a field goal at 17-14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a short kick taken at about the 16.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
You gotta stay in the up. Okay, ready.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Herbert able to show his wheels as he gets the first.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one because they took away his arm. But he was more than happy to dissect him with his legs for that first down pickup.
Herbert on first down now. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And that is incomplete.
Well, their first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
Throwing again on second and 10. Herbert. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Now a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop for just over 30 seconds to go in the first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Deontay Hardy deep for New Orleans. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Winston. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 33 yards that time. Now Winston. And incomplete on the deep ball. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Winston over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On third down, here's Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Again, it's Kamara. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Down right around the 25. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Winston from the gun on third down. This one complete to Ingram. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Kamara trying again. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. And he'll take this one down inside the 5 to the 3. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Saints put together a 4th quarter drive to take the lead. Let's go on the extra point. That will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
Get home, boys. We got this.
The Charger drive about to get going. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. They need their best drive of the game right here. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. On first down, it's Herbert. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, the last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit. And that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
122 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. They run it again with Kamara. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Winston to give. It's Kamara. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the Chargers are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Back to throw here, Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Herbert on 3rd down now. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers, anyone who's going to lay down a block. Don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock.
Kamara with a run on first down, but he's fortunate just to get back to the line of scrimmage there. No gain. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. Down to the 25. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Winston. And this is caught.